So this is the bike that I got recently, and I thought it was a little bit confusing to put together. Mainly it was the brakes that I was having trouble with. And I saw some tutorials online, but they weren't, the one wasn't for my bike and the other one was crazy old and I couldn't see anything. So hopefully this helps a little bit. So the first thing you're gonna do is just open up these two sides, and then you'll see there's a bar that you can pull out, and then you just slide it through the little opening, and then that's for their back support. So that, I mean, pretty simple. Just comes right up there, and then you pull out a little clip, and it plugs right. It just goes right in. So that's one of the first steps. So then you can kind of see it starting to look like the little trailer. The next thing that I did is I pulled up the handle on the back. So the first time I did it, I just did it out of order. So put this one on before you put the wheels, and it's pretty simple. It just clips right into the back. Once the handle is up, we will move on to the brakes, and this was the most difficult part, I think, of the entire bike. So you just don't want to mess this part up. When you first have the bike, the brake is facing inward, and what you do is you just flip it so it's pointing outside. So this is the part that I messed up. You can see the spring came out of the little hole. So you just don't really want to be messing around with the brakes too much. Really just go in, flip the brake around, and then connect the brake cables. And right here you can see that's where the cable goes in. So if you're wondering where they go, that's where it's at. Now that the brakes are set up, we can put on the wheels. So the first time I just wanted to get out and start riding, so we stuck the wheels on first, and that's kind of what messed everything up with the brakes afterwards. So they're pretty easy. There's a little spring that you use that helps you put the wheel in. The next part is just putting these guards on the side, so they're not too hard. You can see there's just this little button you click down and then they slide right in. So just do that on both sides. So yeah, that's pretty much it for everything. There's the cables going to the brakes. Like I said, that was probably the hardest part of the whole thing. And then once you have it on, you can adjust the brakes just to make sure that they're closing. And that's where you can tighten it and loosen it for the brake. So here's the bike, and hopefully this helps.